even like him. So it's making more difficulty for the Cowboys to get ready for the opponent, the Eagles.
Well, what they know they're going to see today on the field, Danny White will be facing that feared Buddy Ryan 46 defense.
Oh, yeah. Danny White has become the target of the Eagles' frustration. Every Eagle defender you talk to says, we have to shut down Danny White. He's our target. He was one of those veterans that crossed the line. They can't concentrate too heavily on Danny White, though, because the man that has really hurt them in the last few weeks, or the last few times they've played, is Herschel Walker. On the other side, it's going to be up to the Dallas defense to try and contain and shut down a young, experienced, growing Randall Cunningham.
Well, it's an absolutely beautiful day here. 57 degrees under sunny skies. A little breezy in this baseball-football complex here at Veterans Stadium. And the Cowboys will receive to our left in their road blue uniforms. It's off the hands of rookie Kelvin Edwards, one of 3 replacement players on the roster, and he downs it in the end zone. The Cowboys will start from their 20-yard line. Danny White, the veteran quarterback, brings out the Cowboys against this defense: Reggie White, Clark, Brown, and Simmons. Linebacker unit in the middle, Mike Reichenbach, Buddy Ryan's new Mike Singletary, his former Bears star. And a secondary that features Terry Hogue at free safety in the spot normally occupied by Wes Hopkins, but Hogue has played well there. First down, Dallas. They come out in a stacked I. White complete on first down to Gordon Banks, number 87, a gain of about 7 yards. Now, Danny White was greeted by boos and is hearing some even now, has Dorsett and Walker, Renfro, Banks, and Cosby starting. 2 rookies on the offensive line, Jeff Zimmerman and Kevin Gogan, will amplify on what problems that may bring. Kevin Gogan, a 316-pounder, 8th choice from Washington. And Jeff Zimmerman, a number 3 pick this year, 330-pounder out of Florida. And it's caught for a first down. Cowboys out at the 44-yard line of Dallas. Again, Gordon Banks, the 5-year man from Stanford.
The key to this particular play is Danny White has the time to throw the ball. He'll take the snap from center. You see Dorsett go in motion to pull the defense. Now on the left side of your screen, he's going to make a throw. The Eagles are in a zone defense. They don't play it very often, but there are soft spots. Great execution.
So first down, Dallas off to a good start here that helps to quiet some of the boos. First down at their own 44. Dorsett met at the line of scrimmage, got maybe a yard.
I think it's going to be tough for the Cowboys to run against the Eagles. They have a very new offensive line. We talked about 2-A, Zimmerman, Rafferty, Kerr, and Gogan. Of course, Gogan and Zimmerman have the biggest challenges because it's brand new, this experience of going against the 46. They're going to make it, I think, this afternoon. I really believe that through the air if they're going to do it. You can't come up second down and 9 every time.
Zimmerman replacing Nate Newton out with a knee injury. Gogan replacing Phil Pozderac, who surprisingly retired just a couple of days ago. Came as a shock to everybody, particularly Tom Landry. White eludes some pressure, throws a low ball that's caught, but very little gain, maybe 2 yards. Doug Cosby, the tight end.
Now that particular pass by Danny White is evidence of the fact, remember against the Giants last year he had a broken wrist. That wrist is not healed completely. He does not have the flexibility and mobility. You see that wristband he's wearing. It's difficult to just have those little touch flips. There was evidence of it right now. He threw the ball into the ground.
It leaves third down and just about 6 yards to go. Renfro and Kelvin Edwards are now the wide receivers. From the shotgun. Early movement by the Eagles. Flag is down. The pass is complete off the right to his left side to Edwards. And Kelvin Edwards, the rookie from Liberty who excelled in the replacement games, had first down yardage with a flag probably against Philadelphia.
Defense, right in, offside. Penalty refused. First down.
That is Clyde Simmons. The call from referee Gene Barth, and a first down Dallas on an 11-yard gain by Edwards.
They're in such a hurry to get to Danny White. They haven't really been able to throttle down a little. There's Buddy Ryan in his new sweater. Got his nice little line sweater. I was talking to him a little bit earlier. Everybody else is in jackets and other sweaters. Buddy's setting new fashion design this afternoon.
Well, he is excited about the excitement surrounding his Eagles. He feels a built confidence. This is Walker, and he is met at the line of scrimmage and dropped for very little gain at all. First contact made by Reichenbach, the middle linebacker from East Stroudsburg State. Number 55, the young man that Buddy Ryan says picked up that complicated 46 defense so quickly. A free agent who is blossoming quickly into the star defender on this team among the secondary and linebacking core.
You see, when he steps in the huddle, he doesn't really say a lot to the guys. He'll start talking now. See, he's telling them the formation. Look, he says, now cover watch. Herschel Walker's over here. Go on over on this side. See, he's constantly directing traffic. That's when the burden starts for him.
On 2nd and 9, Cowboys try the right side. Walker again is swarmed under. 5 or 6 Eagle defenders all arrive at the ball. We talked about the confidence and the excitement that Ryan has admired in this week of practice after 3 weeks of the strike taking place.
Reichenbach right in the middle. Now he's just calling all kinds of signals. Now he reacts to the ball. When you only have one back in the backfield, the middle linebacker is his responsibility, so he can flow right to him. And there's very little deception because he only has one guy to look at. And he's lined up right in the middle.
It'll be a 3rd and 7 with the ball at the Eagles' 37-yard line. Quite deep for Edwards. Good coverage, but it is incomplete. Roynell Young covering on the play, and the ball popped up in the air. A flag is down back at the line of scrimmage. Eagles nearly had a deflected intercept.
5-yard penalty and a first down.
A defensive holding call against the Eagles gives Dallas a first down at Philadelphia's 32.
Buddy Ryan can't be very happy with that call. And when Danny White tries to go up top on Roynell Young, I know having played against him, he's probably one of the toughest men to beat because he has such great reaction to the ball. Also, as you look at your set, going from left to right, the Cowboys are going into a swirling type of a wind. That is the toughest place to put the ball in the air in this stadium.
One setback on first down for Dallas. It's complete, close to a first down. Doug Cosby trying to stretch it out there on the coverage, the linebacker Reichenbach. Cosby sneaking into the middle, and they'll measure.
You know, when you talk to the Cowboys, it's interesting. They say Philadelphia, as aggressive a defense as they have, they like to play zone on 1st and 10. So what we've seen so far is the Cowboys come out, throw on 1st and 10, and then if they try and run, they usually wind up, they have last 2nd down and 8, 2nd down and 9. So that's the way they're going to attack that Eagle defense. They're going to put the ball in the air on 1st and 10, try and get themselves into good field position. Don't want to wind up with 2nd and 20 or 1st and 20 in penalty situations.
They have just inches to go here for another first down. Their opening series, 5 out of 5, Danny White. The only one not completed was wiped out by the penalty against the Eagles. 59 yards on this drive and using up valuable clock time. We're just underway in Philadelphia. Cosby jumps to make the strong side right. Dorsett picking his way. Here's to have the first down near the 20-yard line. Dallas will have first down. Giles and Reichenbach on the hit.
Out to the right, what's happened is you got Tony Dorsett in the backfield, but they've split Herschel Walker all the way out to the right just to see what the Eagle defense. Now you see Terry Hogue start to favor to the right. That means that Herschel has attracted 2 defensive players, and it gives the edge to the Cowboy offense on those particular running plays. Now he's lined up in the eye in the backfield.
10th play of this series, Dallas with a first down in scoring territory. Walker is jammed up. 3 Eagles meet him behind the line of scrimmage. Terry Hogue comes up from the free safety spot to make the initial contact and quickly gets help from Dwayne Giles and several other Eagles. It'll be 2nd down and 10. Terry Hogue picked up from the New Orleans Saints.
Mike Reichenbach says that he's the other pair of eyes out there. Tells him what to do, helps him pick up the signals, helps him make defensive calls.
Four-year man from Georgia. Renfro out to the right. Cosby a little movement. Dorsett has some running room. Gets inside the 10-yard line. It'll be at Dallas, first and goal. 13 yards on the play.
You'll see the movement here on the left side. Now, why aren't there any flags? The defensive man jumped off. You saw on the right, okay, Cosby moved, but he moves backwards. Now, you're allowed motion away from the line of scrimmage. And he's a tight end. He didn't have his hand down, so therefore it wasn't an illegal motion penalty.
It may indeed have caught the Eagles' attention nonetheless, and Dorsett went out the other side, found some running room. Landis jumped on top of Houston early. First and goal, Dallas. This is Dorsett again, and Dorsett inside the 5-yard line. Impressive opening series for the Dallas Cowboys. Wayne Giles tripped him up. And remember, as we pointed out, they have 2 rookies on their offensive line today. Jeff Zimmerman out of Florida, Kevin Gogan from Washington. And so far, the big youngsters, and use that term exactly, they're both over 300 pounds. They're doing just fine, thank you.
They've got 2 nicknames. Danny White, Zimmerman's called Zoom, and Gogan is called Go. So Go and Zoom are doing the job.
Second and goal, just outside the 5. Walker stopped at the line of scrimmage. Eagles seem to be keying on Walker because they haven't given him anything. Jerome Brown, the rookie tackle from Miami, on the stop.
That time, Zoom gets zoomed on the right top part of your screen. You're going to see Jerome Brown. You see him moving his foot. He fires right into Zimmerman, manages to fight the block off and stop Walker right now. Now, here's a little bit of, you think he's not excited? Yes! Now, you get out of my way. I mean, they're emotional.
Third down. They're going to have more than emotion to stop the Cowboys on this series. Incomplete, intended for Renfro. And that'll bring up the field goal opportunity for the Dallas Cowboys.
It's an impressive drive by Dallas. Maybe they're just driven by dissension.
Well,
I mean, it's hard to, you sometimes get everybody pulling in one direction. The only place you have any peace is in between the white lines out there on the field. That could be the way it's going to be for the Cowboys. At least that's what it looks like so far this afternoon.
Tex Schramm said, hey, we've been a marked team for 20 years. What's different?
Hated for 20 years.
Roger Ruzek will attempt from the 13-yard line a 23-yard try. And he's got it. The Cowboys draw first blood at Veterans Stadium. One way to quiet a hostile crowd is to get on the scoreboard first.
At his home in France, wine expert Christopher Stevens invited friends to guess the price of a special cork-finished American Burgundy.
Très bon.
Qu'en pensez-vous?
65.
They guessed between $10 and $12.
70.
How much was the wine from America? You already know.
18 francs.
Because it's the same red wine you're probably drinking now.
18 francs?
Today's Hearty Burgundy from Ernest and Julie O'Callaghan.
Incroyable.
All the best a wine can be.
If you could ask.
For the four-wheel drive family-size 4Runner, named #1 in customer satisfaction for 2 years running. Toyota 4Runner. Now who's looking out for #1?
Toyota.
A lot of people are really going to feel the cold this winter, so add an extra layer of Owens Corning pink insulation. Owens Corning, we put your house in the pink.
I don't go out there to think about how a customer can afford more computing power or integrate workstations. But sometimes, out of nowhere, it happens. Seems to be the way at Hewlett-Packard. The point is to keep asking the right questions. Rich, Jerry, what if on that automotive project...
There's Herschel Walker. We had a chance to ask him this week about the Cowboys' unity and how he feels it's been affected.
And I know for myself, I think the guys here has got unity. The majority of the guys stayed out, and I think they're ready to play. I know for myself, I don't hold any grudges, because the philosophy that I've always have told people is, I want you to do what's best for you. And, you know, for the guys that crossed, they did what was best for them, because that's what's important. When it's all said and done, you know, and you have to hold your head up and, you know, think about whether you're proud of yourself.
Well, a very mature point of view from Herschel Walker, not necessarily shared by all of his Dallas teammates, as we will be recounting through the course of this game. Roger Ruzek will now be kicking off, and Bobby Morris is the deep man for the Eagles. Ruzek from Weber State. Morris from the 5. Stopped inside the 15-yard line by Steve Diassi. And Randall Cunningham finally gets an offensive opportunity. The Cowboys used up 7:42 on the clock, and Cunningham will face this veteran defensive line with only Kevin Brooks, a youngster. Hegman, Lockhart, and Rohr. And in the secondary, a rookie on the right corner, Ron Francis, the number 2 pick of the Cowboys this year from Baylor. Spagnola in motion. Andrew Toney met at the line of scrimmage, got very little, if anything. Kevin Brooks on the hit. Offensively with Cunningham, Anthony Toney, pardon me, Keith Byers, and Mike Quick, Jackson, and Spagnola. You knew I was going to call him.
You said you weren't going to do that.
Here in Philadelphia. Darwin, Schreiber, Fury, Baker, and Conwell, the offensive line. Tony it is. Anthony Toney.
TT.
Second down at 11. Byers, pretty good hole, picks up 6 out to the 20-yard line. Ed Jones, number 72, made the stop. Byers coming off a second foot injury. Suffered that one in the senior year of college, and then again on the other foot this year in mini camp. Tampa Bay leading the Bears early at home.
I really think conditioning overall is going to be a problem. Now, Chicago's down in Tampa Bay, and it can get pretty hot down there, so it could be very interesting to see how this develops throughout the whole league this afternoon.
Byers came out, appeared to have been hurt on that last play, leaving a 3rd and 5 after his game. Cunningham from the shotgun. First down.
There's Cunningham right in the middle. Now what's going to happen is the Cowboys have put in 3 defensive linemen, 7 defensive backs, and they just can't put enough pressure. You see Jeffcoat being ridden down inside. Now Cunningham comes up and puts a move on Victor Scott and just flat out runs him. This is going to be the biggest concern for Dallas's defense today. How do you contain somebody who runs as well as Randall Cunningham?
Jesse Penn forced him out of bounds, but a first down Eagles at their own 28-yard line. Tom Landry acknowledged to us that that's the difficulty. The running ability of Cunningham puts a lot of pressure on the linebackers to keep them contained. Play action, out to Quick. Quick makes a good catch, has another first down.
This is your basic quick screen. You see Everson Walls in coverage. He takes 2 steps up, comes back. Cunningham makes a fake in the backfield. Now once he misses it, twice he misses it. Now he gets a handle on it, and the ball seems to be bouncing in his direction. That's always a big, important play for a wide receiver. Get your hands on the ball early, get hit early, and get in the game.
Well, Mike Quick dragged 2 defenders, finally stopped by Bates. First down Eagles. This is Byers. Gets a couple over the 50 into Dallas territory. 3-0 Cowboy lead, first period here at Bet Stadium.
You'll notice the Cowboys doing a lot of shifting, not only in the past few plays, but all afternoon trying to confuse Randall Cunningham. So I wouldn't be surprised to see Eagles come out and go on quick counts to try and get that Cowboy defense settled down so the guys up front know who to block. There they are lined up now. They're in the basic 46 defense. And now they're not going to shift, which is only typical.
Byers
just some great running. All you're going to do is see Byers go to his right. It's a simple sweep. Gets great blocks from Conwell, Spagnola, and Baker on the left side of the screen. He just cuts it up inside. Does an excellent job of running. One of the things that you lose when you take some time off is technique, and technique equates to tackling. And that's got to be, what we saw right there was a poor execution of tackling. There's some of the shifting up front.
First down at the 40-yard line. Early movement, flags everywhere. Gene Barth, the referee.
Encroachment, 99 defense. 5-yard penalty.
Kevin Brooks gets the call. Randy White was right there with him on the jump. So the Eagles get a freebie. 1st and 5 now at the 35-yard line. One of the things about the Eagles that impressed Coach Buddy Ryan when they returned was the fact that he felt they were in excellent shape. They gave him a series of tests to see what kind of shape they were in. He said it was phenomenal how excited he was to see them in that, not just a good mental frame of mind, but physically fit. 1st and 5. Deep drop for Cunningham. Drop for a sack by Kevin Brooks back at the 41-yard line of the Cowboys. The third-year man from Michigan, Kevin Brooks.
Well, you know, the Eagles offense gave up 104 sacks last year. I'm sure they don't want to fall into that same type of a pattern. It has a combination to do with the line being able to block and Randall Cunningham being able to unload the football when he doesn't see a receiver downfield. There you see last season's per game sacks allowed 6.5. Through the first two, only 3.5.
2nd and 11 for Cunningham. Complete to Mike Quick, and he slipped, but he picked up first down yardage. Tried to turn back inside. Ron Francis lost his footing. 12 yards on the game.
This is a perfect pass against a blitzing defense. You see everybody, Albritton coming on the outside. It's a full blitz. Now it's just one-on-one. Cunningham does an excellent job, puts the ball right where it should be. Quick trying to dance a little bit. Wound up on the ground. We're break dancing down there.
Mike Quick talked about a pumped-up guy in a calm fashion, but clearly a guy waiting for this game, eager to get going again with good feelings about the team unity obtained by the Eagles during the strike period. First down, Philadelphia. In and out of the hands of Spagnola. Might have been tipped by a Lockhart. Lockhart had his hand in. Whether it went off his fingers or Spagnola's, we're not sure, but Lockhart bothered Spagnola for sure.
And Cunningham just sets and fires this one. Gets excellent protection. You see Randy White down on the ground. Lockhart gets his finger right out in front and just tips it away from Spags.
2nd down.
He put some heat on that one.
10th play of this drive as the Eagles almost duplicating the Cowboys' effort on their opening series. They have the 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line. Junior Tatalatazi is in for Byers. The pass to Tatalatazi picks up about 7 inside the 15-yard line. He'll spot it at the 14. Mike Hegman, the linebacker, number 58, made the tackle.
Again, we see the quick drop, quick release by Cunningham. This will help the confidence of the offensive line and also the young man's confidence to be able to get the ball off against a pressure defense.
3 new defenders come on for the Cowboys, including 2 extra backs. And the Eagles have 3 wide receivers on the field. 4 make it. Inside handout. Tony. Good defensive reaction by the Cowboys. A flag down on the play as Tony was very close to the required first down yardage.
The whole right side of the Eagle offense took off.
Jesse Penn on the tackle.
We had a false start on number 79, the right tackle. Before the snap, the play doesn't count. 5-yard penalty.
Joe Conwell, number 79, picked up from the 49ers a year ago.
See the left side of your screen, actually the first man in is Joe Conwell. It's tough to be able to get the cadence out. There's the movement, especially when you're in the shotgun. I mean, everybody is anticipating. The offensive linemen are trying to concentrate on their blocks, and now you've got all kinds of added noise, and you don't have to figure out which one's the quarterbacks. I used to tell the lineman, look at the ball. And they said, you want me to look at the ball? You want me to look at the guy to block? I said, look at the guy to block.
Third down. About 9.5. Required. Good protection for Cunningham. The ball overthrown. Intended for Greg Garrity, number 86. Double coverage on him in the end zone from Bates and Victor Scott. So it'll be 4th down. The Cowboys defensively holding out the Eagles from penetration down to the so-called red zone inside the 20 and making a longer field goal try for McFadden. They'll spot it at the 36-yard line, a 46-yard attempt for Paul McFadden. He's got it. We are tied at 3 in Philadelphia.
I'm here having a couple of Miller Lights with the world's funniest tennis coach, Jan Tiriak. This guy's a million laughs. Hey, remember the one you told me about the chicken and the tennis ball? That just cracked me up. Here, have another Miller Light. Yeah, light tastes great and it's less filling. And you don't want to get filled up when you're having as good a time as we are. Right, Jan?
For serious beer drinkers, there's only one light beer, Miller Lite.
Oh, stop it, man. You're killing me.
Mobil 1 synthetic motor oil. No matter what you drive, or how you drive, or where you drive, or what conditions you drive under. With Mobil synthetic oil technology, there's no finer engine protection anywhere. Mobil 1, on the leading edge of mobile motor oils.
I want my Serta.
Here's why people want their Serta. Only Serta goes beyond just being firm. We top our support with the extra comfortable Serta service, a unique difference you can feel in a Serta Perfect Sleeper.
The Great American Face. Rugged, distinctive. The Great American Razor. Atra. Solid. Pivots for closeness. The Great American Face deserves the Great American Shave. Atra. Only from Gillette.
There's John Telchik, the holder, and Paul McFadden. Now, this is the direction that he'll be able to get the longest field goals off, and this one is the longest of the year for him. Now he gets it up. Look at that pose. It's good. Now this is what I don't understand. You know, if you're short, everybody just bangs you in the head. Boom, 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 boom.
How tall are you, Joe?
Well, I was 6'2", though. I had a lineman banging me around. Now I'm 6 feet tall. McFadden's going to be 5'8" after this afternoon if he kicks many more field goals.
Well, he entered the game at 5'11", but you're right. Everybody else is looking down at him.
You know, all the big guys, they pat each other on the shoulder. Kickers and little receivers and quarterbacks, they bang in the head.
McFadden's kickoff into the end zone. Kelvin Edwards will bring it out. Flag down on the kickoff play. Kelvin Edwards, I'm sure will have some news from the special teams coach that he shouldn't have brought that out from 5 yards deep on a high kickoff. Jonathan Dumbald made the tackle on him. Let's see who the flag is against.
Youthful enthusiasm. You know, you get a young guy, gets his hands on the ball, and he wants to run with it.
Well, a 5-yard face mask on a play upfield, number 54. 5-yard penalty from the end of the run.
It's against the Eagles.
Linebacker Alonzo Johnson just activated this week to work on the special teams. He's a reserve linebacker from Florida, the number 3 pick a year ago. Tampa Bay has opened a 14-zip lead over the Chicago Bears.
Well, hold it. I guess it's not against the Eagles.
Now they've marched it off against Dallas. They did signal against the Eagles. Gene Barth did. So strike that from your record and from Alonzo Johnson's. It's against the Cowboys and backs them up to the 11-yard line. Well, this veteran stadium crowd of Eagles fans loves defense, and they know this is a great opportunity for the Eagles here.
The Dallas Cowboys have just called timeout.
They had a terrible time figuring out who was going to be in the ball game.
We'll be back with the score tied at 3.
If you could ask for Toyota quality and get a truckload of free options. Chrome bumpers, free. Style steel wheels, free. Sports striping, free. Full carpeting, cloth bench seats, all free. $630 worth of free options on Toyota limited edition 4x4s. Priceless Toyota quality and free options. Now who's looking out for number 1? Toyota. Who could ask for anything more?
Radio Shack's sale price Tandy 1000 TX brings the gift of a true high-speed business computer to your home affordably. PC compatible, easy to use, with 7 ready-to-run programs for the family. Keep a budget, write term papers, even create graphics or learn music. Save $250 on the high-speed Tandy 1000 TX, color monitor included, only $1249. Tandy computers, because there is no better gift value. Only at Radio Shack.
Leo McKern for the investment firm of Smith Barney.
It's a myth that wealth is self-perpetuating. The owner here invested the family fortune in prime breeding stock. Unfortunately, these studs turned out to be duds. Having money is no sin, but squandering it is. For preservation of capital, consider Smith Barney. They make money the old-fashioned way. They earn it.
They crushed Penn State and charged into the top 10. They are the season's dream team, Syracuse. But can they topple Pittsburgh next Saturday on CBS Sports?
Tim Ryan and Joe Theismann, 36 seconds left in the first period. And Joe, how do you explain a circumstance like the Cowboys just had that are having to take a timeout?
Well, what happens is you get a change of possession, and they still have to take a timeout and waste the timeout. They just had mass confusion on the sidelines of who was supposed to be in the football game. Not a good sign of consistency or continuity.
That is not Dallas-style football. First down from their 11. Walker breaks a tackle. The saving block on Walker at the 49-yard line of the Eagles.
What can you say? Danny White takes the snap from center, turns around, simple sweep left with Newsome leading up inside, hands it off to Herschel Walker. Now he makes the turn, and he actually gets tackled. Now this was one thing that concerned Buddy Ryan, was can we tackle Herschel Walker? This is just pure speed. You know, this guy entered the fastest man competition and ran a 60-yard dash in 6.272 seconds, which means he's real fast. That's what that means.
40 yards for Herschel Walker. First down, Dallas. Cosby, incomplete. Flag down after the ball was incomplete. A flag came out. Pass a little low for Cosby. Twice now we've seen White have trouble getting the ball up, and the flag is going to be against the Cowboys.
Interference, number 80 offense. 10-yard penalty, still first down.
Offensive interference against Rod Barksdale, the acquisition in a deal this year from the Raiders that saw Ron Fellows, the cornerback, go to Los Angeles.
You know, the one thing Buddy Ryan really stressed as we talked to the last few days, Tim, was the tackling of his defensive unit. We're going to have to wrap our arms around Herschel Walker. He broke off 2 84-yarders against him last year. Had an incredible, you know, he rushed 6 times for 122 yards in the second game. Had 9 receptions for 170 yards. So he definitely has to be somebody they have to contend with.
First down and 20. Dorsett eludes the tackle, and he's got some running room. Reichenbach hauls him down out near the 50-yard line. They'll spot it just inside the Cowboys side of the 50. Mike Reichenbach, 6'2", 240-pounder. And as you pointed out earlier, they not only he gets the call from the sidelines defensively, but then he is making adjustments right up to the snap of the ball. So it takes a brainy linebacker to run it.
The easiest thing he has to do is get the signal from the sideline. It's when everything starts happening on the field that it gets complicated.
Second and 11. Walker, and he's dropped immediately. Number 20, Andre Waters, the strong safety, picked up about 6 yards. It'll leave 3rd and 5 when we return to Veterans Stadium. At the conclusion of the first quarter, we're tied at 3.
Never before has an antifreeze guaranteed your radiator. No matter how old it is, no matter which season it is. Announcing new Prestone Advanced Formula. Use it after using Prestone Super Flush. And should the Prestone protection fail, we'll pay for your radiator repairs, no matter who made your car. New Prestone Advanced Formula. The antifreeze that guarantees your radiator.
Tastes great! Less filling! Tastes great! At Miller Lite, we'd just like to say we're sorry if we may have been responsible for prolonging the football strike. We're glad it's finally settled.
Tastes great! All right, tastes great.
If you could ask! For the compact truck that sets the standard for quality. The truck everyone else is still trying to catch. Toyota Standard Bed. Now who's looking out for number 1?
Toyota.
There's a new stone-washed jean made for a man after his work is done. American Hero Jeans from Wrangler.
Tim Ryan with Joe Theismann at Veterans Stadium, Philadelphia. It is tied at 3 after the first quarter. 2 impressive offensive series. The first one by Dallas when they got the ball. Joe, they marched right down, came up with a field goal by Ruzek from 23 yards away, and then Philadelphia got their opportunity, did the same thing the other way, took a little longer field goal.
Just
by
a little bit,
yeah. You know, they stopped Walker 4 carries. His first 4 carries only 3 yards, but now he's broken loose again.
Well, he's the guy that they have to be concerned with. He's hurt them over the last couple of football games, and it doesn't seem like it's changing here. They have to concentrate on stopping and tackling Herschel Walker.
It is 3rd down, Cowboys in Eagle territory. Loose ball. Jerome Brown. The first-round pick from Miami. Reggie White pried it loose from Danny White.
We talked about the problem from the left side of your screen. You're going to see Reggie White come in. Danny's going to have to step up inside from the pressure from outside. Now, that's White coming around the corner. He just gets a piece of Danny, and Jerome Brown gets the big bounce. But watch who's going to run him down. Herschel Walker saves the touchdown.
That was kind of a reverse straight arm that Brown used on Walker. That's interesting technique for a defensive lineman. What a thrill for this kid.
You know, you talk to these guys, and the one thing they do is they visualize that they're going to pick up the ball. Coming in, that's Reggie White coming in from the outside and just gets a hand on Danny White to upset him. Jerome gets the bounce. Now he's dreaming. He's seeing 6 points. He's looking around to see who's chasing him. Did a smart thing from shifting the ball from his right hand to his left hand so it doesn't get knocked away.
Now the replay booth is taking a look at that play. Chuck Heberling is the replay official. Well, they decide whether or not White had thrown the ball forward. We'll find out momentarily, but let's take a look at it.
You see, he's got the ball in his right hand. Okay, now the ball just gets hit.
Yeah.
I mean,
no question.
Reggie White hits. He never even got his hand. The ball never left his hip. That can't be ruled a pass.
You know, when I was talking to Jerome Brown in the Eagles locker room on Friday, he said, "What would your fantasy game? Here you are, rookie in the NFL. What would your fantasy be?" He said, "Well, what I'd like to do is go in and rush the passer, knock the ball down, and intercept it and run for a score." Now, is that prescient or what? I mean, he almost accomplished that. It was just his teammate Reggie White who knocked it loose.
Yeah, now he's like a quarterback, right? Now he's carried the ball, go to the phone, talk to the people upstairs, get your picture on television a little bit more. I mean, the guy really, he may be a rookie, but he knows where to go on the field.
Eagles first down at the 15-yard line. Byers Drove him out. He got to the 10, a gain of nearly 5.
That's load on load. You got Byers at 230, Lockhart at 228. I think he's a little heavier than that. You get a pretty good collision.
Key game in the NFC West there. You saw San Francisco on top of New Orleans. #1 against #2. We'll be tracking that for you. At halftime, we'll have all the scores and highlights. Brent Musburger in New York in the NFL today. 2nd and 6, Eagles threatening. In and out of the hands of Kenny Jackson. I mean, did he drill that football? On the coverage was Everson Walls. You got to have some hands to grab this one.
Well, you sure do. And this is the one thing that I've watched Randall Cunningham do. He sets, and he's getting such a quick release and such power. Ball's thrown, actually throws the ball the only place he could, a little bit behind Jackson. And the Eagles are very fortunate that the ball found the ground and not somebody in blue. Cowboys always get tough inside the 20.
3rd down. They need 6 for a 1st down. Would get them to the 5. Flip it off to Tony. Good coverage in the end zone by the Cowboys. Cunningham had time, could not find an open man, and then just kind of shoveled it to his release man. It'll be 4th down.
Well, you know, his first reaction was, I want to run with the football. So he started up to the left. Then he thought better of it because the hole closed and circled around. Then he reacted like a quarterback and just tried to dump the ball off. He was caught in the middle. Should I run? Should I pass? I can't tell you how many times I've had that same feeling when I was younger, when I could run.
Field goal try, McFadden from the 18-yard line. 28-yard attempt. And he missed it. McFadden, who connected from 46, missed kicking into the wind from 28. We're still tied at 3.
Tuesday, it's a celebration of the heroes and heroines of the air as CBS and host William Shatner salute 40 years of the U.S. Air Force. Top flight.
This is Roger Staubach. I remember that night back in 1974 at a special hospital in Dallas. A little girl faced critical open-heart surgery. I was with her then as a United Way volunteer to hold her hand and give her courage and hope. I'll never forget that little girl. Her name was Gail Yvonne. Now the scene changes. Years have passed.
It is my honor to introduce our special queen of the Crystal Memories Prom, Miss Gail Yvonne. And her special guest for the first dance, former star of the Dallas Cowboys, Mr. Roger Staubach. The story of Gail Yvonne has a happy ending because of you. When you give to the United Way, you're making dreams come true, and you're part of that dream. The United Way, it brings out the best in all of us.
This message furnished by the National Football League.
CBS Sports coverage of the National Football League is sponsored by Miller Brewing Company, sole sponsor of the U.S. Olympic Training Centers. Toyota, setting the standard for quality and value. And by Magnavox. When you're just a little smarter, people notice. Magnavox. Smart. Very smart.
Tim Ryan and Joe Theismann here in Philadelphia, where Paul McFadden has just missed a 28-yard field goal try for the Eagles. They come up empty. The score stands at 3. Meanwhile, the Chicago Bears at Tampa Bay, we've now got a 20-0 lead for Tampa Bay. We'll find out what's going on down there for Brent Musburger in just a moment. Cowboys, 1st and 10 from their 20. Newsom gets 2 out the left side. Let's go to Brent Musburger in New York.
Tim, we've got a shocker. Tampa Bay has scored 3 touchdowns on the Bears, 2 offensively and 1 here defensively. Holmes forces Tomczak to fumble in the end zone. Moss recovers. Bears do block an extra point, but it's the only positive thing they've done. They trail 20-0. Back to Tim.
Well, here in Philadelphia, Brent, we had a fumble on the last play that was not apparent until they started peeling off the bodies. Let's see what happens. It's Timmy Newsom.
It's on the inside handoff. You see Joyner come around, or Dwayne Giles come around, gets his hand on him. Now the ball gets stripped loose. You see Newsom trying to reach for it before he was on the ground.
And
Giles stripped it away.
Came up with the strip, and Clyde Simmons came up with the ball. Number 96, the right defensive end.
There you see Giles get his hand in. Now he's got his hand on the ball. The ball goes to the ground somewhere in that pileup. And as is the case, the officials let the guys wrestle it around to see who comes up with it. The Eagles did.
So the Eagles with their second fumble recovery in a matter of moments, but this time Cunningham is sacked. Second of the day at the 30-yard line, Eugene Lockhart, the blitzing middle linebacker, number 56. The loss back to the 30-yard line.
That's just a simple case of too many people coming through the door and not enough door to stop them. I mean, you only have 5 people up front. The Cowboys bring 4 plus their linebackers, 7, and then they brought a safety from the outside. You wind up with too many people. Cunningham's forced to stay in from contained by the outside backers and the safeties, and the middle linebacker closes in on him.
So it's 2nd and 18 for the Eagles. Cunningham intended for Byers, too high, and good coverage on him. It was Vince Albritton, number 36, who put a pretty good lick on as the ball arrived, and had he caught it, he would have been dropped immediately. 49ers continue to lead 7-3 Atlanta over Houston.
You know, it's important here that the Eagles gain some composure. The Cowboys have been in this situation. They're a very veteran football team. It's important that Randall Cunningham settle down. If he's going to throw a completion, don't try and get all the yardage. Don't try and get 18. Maybe get 7, 8, 9 yards. Give McFadden a shot at another field goal, but come out with something positive.
Eagles come out on the spread. Quick little inside flip to Tony, and well covered by the Cowboys. Jeffcoat. And Danny Noonan, the rookie, number 1 pick from Nebraska. Good defensive work by Dallas. Brings up 4th down. Now McFadden had trouble here with the wind right directly in front of the post from 28 yards away after connecting in the other direction from 46. But as Joe Theismann pointed out, while the flags are blowing in this direction, it swirls around and blows at the field goal kicker.
I talked to McFadden before the game, and he said 45 is about the max you're going to be able to do it in this wind condition.
He's at it now, and he will be good.
He had it 45 and 1 foot.
Actually, about 45 and 1 inch. Philadelphia leads 6-3.
My brother Dick bought a Magnavox camcorder. Gonna shoot TV movies, right, Dick?
Sure.
Big lights, the whole thing.
Don't need lights. With this, I could shoot by candlelight.
Yeah, but he's forgetting about outdoor action and all
Hey,
that.
it's got high shutter speed for clean, fast action.
Yeah, but what about all the other things? You got to be in...
Tom, this new camcorder by Magnavox has got everything. It's fully automatic, has instant playback, weighs just 3.5 pounds, and it's so simple that even my...
Yeah, I know. Even his brother can use it.
That's right, you got it. Look over here. Come on.
This branch office automation project was a monster. I figured a good workout would help me work things out. At Hewlett-Packard, the only way we come up with something that isn't what everyone else would do is to keep asking those questions.
In 1973, a small bar served the first light beer. The response was unanimous.
Tastes great.
Here was a beer with its own special brewing process.
Less filling.
It's brewed to be light with only the finest quality ingredients.
Tastes great. It's less filling.
Today, there are lots of lights around, but none are brewed like Miller Lite, and none can match the taste.
Tastes great! Tastes great!
For great taste, there's only one light beer, Miller Lite.
The Philadelphia Eagles have taken a 6-3 lead with 13:03 to go in the first half. Paul McFadden's 45-yard field goal following the fumble by Timmy Newsom. recovered by Clyde Simmons of the Eagles. The second fumble by the Cowboys. Danny White dropped the other one. And the big rookie, Brown, took it all the way 37 yards before being hauled down from behind by Herschel Walker, and McFadden missed a 28-yard field goal attempt. Telchik will kick it off. The punter used on the kickoffs now by the Eagles. It comes down at the 12-yard line. Darryl Clack has it. Shakes out the tackle. Good return for Darryl Clack, and a flag down as he was tackled at the 33-yard line. Bobby Morse made the hit on Darryl Clack, the second-year man from Arizona State.
Illegal block in the back. Number 71 during the run back. 10-yard penalty. It'll be a first down.
Illegal block charged against the Cowboys, and it was number 71, Mark Tuanay. Brings him back to the 21-yard line. Well, college football activity continues here on CBS Sports next Saturday. You'll see number 9 ranked Syracuse against Pittsburgh, and Syracuse at 7-0. Their big upset of Penn State last week, and a walloping job over Colgate yesterday. First down, Dorsett. Gets out to the 25-yard line. Mike Pitts, number 74, acquired in a deal from Atlanta this year, made the stop.
You know, Pittsburgh is the only team to beat Notre Dame this year, Tim.
Yes, I do realize that. You and I probably realize that ahead of some other people.
Both of us being graduates. And also, you know, Ken Clark's out of Syracuse, Jerry Feary's out of Syracuse, of course, Tony Dorsett and Matt Cavanaugh both out of Pittsburgh.
They'll all be watching the game on Saturday next. 2:30 Eastern time here on CBS. Second and 8. Danny White complete to Cosby. First down, Dallas, to their 32-yard line. Seth Joyner, the linebacker, had the coverage, number 59. Cosby, one of the more outspoken Cowboys about the dissension in the ranks during this past week, with the regulars coming back and having to share, some of them having to share lockers with replacement players, and he's not happy about it at all.
Well, you know, as is the case so often, the players sort of get caught in the middle. Yes, they made their own bed by going out, but they just really want to come back and play football. They'd like to put the strike and all the things that have been said behind them, but I don't think the players in the league are going to let it go that easy, or even on their own football team.
First down, Dallas. Renfro in motion, and problems for White.
Delay game, 5-yard penalty.
Used up the 30-second clock.
Well, what happened in that instance is Renfro was set up outside of Herschel Walker. A little bit of an unusual formation. We also talked about the Cowboys trying to move Herschel Walker around in a lot of different positions. That time Renfro didn't get motion enough, and he wound up using up the 30 seconds. Also, I might add, in the stadium, they usually have 30-second clocks posted right near the goalpost areas. It doesn't appear that the 30-second clocks are working up top, but they are down close to the field. There it is, just to the left of your, just to the left shoulder of the defensive guy.
Cowboys are stuffed on 1st and 15. They lose 2 more. Reichenbach making the stop on Walker. It'll be 2nd down and about 18 now for the Cowboys.
You know, the one thing that we've noticed, I believe, in watching the Eagles defense, even through the first quarter, is they're gaining more and more confidence. It's an aggressive defense anyway, and they're just feeling better about what they can do.
Deep drop for White. Got a man open. Banks. First down, Dallas to the 45-yard line. Linebacker coming back to make the hit, Dwayne Giles. Banks found some open space.
A lot of credit to that offensive line of the Cowboys. We talked about the youth of them. Danny White will take the snap. He'll work down. He's looking back, seeing where Terry Hogue is going to go. He notices it's a zone. Now he does puts a great throw out. Right over the linebacker's head, right to Banks. That's just excellent execution. Now Reggie White is the man that wanted a piece of Danny White, and the challenge has been placed in Gogan's hands, and also is Reggie White in Gogan's hands. Who's got who?
316-pound rookie from Washington did the job on White. First down, and that is in and out of the hands of Cosby. Coverage by the linebacker Reichenbach. It'll be 2nd and 10 from the 45-yard line of Dallas. They trail 6-3. 5:18 and counting down. Let's make it 9:18, pardon me. One of the lights is out over there on the scoreboard. 9 minutes, 18 seconds left.
Signals coming in from Steve Pallur and Paul McDonald.
Danny White with a calm attitude about coming out here today. Veteran with all the turmoil, just wanted to play football. Dorsett to the 36-yard line of the Eagles. Andre Waters forced him out. Joe, they've had success running that left side wide.
Well, what happens here is White's going to fake into the line of scrimmage. Anytime Herschel Walker is getting near the ball, he gets a whole lot of people looking at him. He swings it out to Dorsett, and Tony just turns the speed on. Gets the lineman out front, gets 2-A out there, Zimmerman out in front of him making some blocks, picks up a lot of yardage.
First down. Cowboys at the 37-yard line, and you can see offensively Dallas has had the better of it, but they trail on the scoreboard with 2 turnovers. Walker's not had much luck inside, but he has had success running wide to the left.
You know, his greatest asset, 2 greatest assets are his power, the way he runs so low with his knees down and his shoulders bent over. He's a hard target to hit. And also when he gets in the open, his extreme explosion into 2nd gear. Tremendous speed coming out of the blocks.
It'll be 2nd and a long 6 for the Cowboys. In Eagles territory at the 34-yard line. Right under pressure, screen pass to Dorsett. Good defensive play by the Eagles. Terry Hogue made the tackle. Philadelphia read it well, and they chased White way back before he could make his screen pass.
Well, that was a set-up screen, except when you get the Eagles front coming at you like that, you know, the offensive line's supposed to block 1-1,000, 2-1,000, release the lineman, and then get out in the screen. That was sort of like a half of a second, release and go. I mean, Danny did a great job just getting the ball off.
Well, that might be the effect of 2 rookies in there. As you look at Terry Hogan made the hit. Gogan and Zimmerman. 3rd down and 4. Big play here. First kind of significant play of this first half. Cowboys trail 6-3 in Eagles territory. White fumbled the snap, gets it off, and it's almost picked off. Diving block by William Frizzell, number 33. The pass intended for Gordon Banks. So the Eagles come up big defensively.
That's just a timing route. Danny White back to the right of your screen. Now, the ball's going to come in low. If he catches this clean, sets and throws, that ball's probably going to get in. He has to bounce it around on the ground a little bit. Then he makes a set and fires the ball upfield, but it gives the defense a time to react to the ball.
It'll be a 49-yard attempt for Roger Luzek. The wind with him. Blocked. Terry Hogue. Frizzell. Russell Gary to the 6-yard line. Flags down. One of those laterals probably forward. Eagles fans say, so what? This is an excited young team.
The interception is legal. We had illegal forward pass on the 2nd flip. 5-yard penalty. It's still Eagles ball.
You'll see a lot of pressure come right up the middle. McDonald gets it down, but that ball is blocked right up the middle. Now
hold, picks it up. Clyde Simmons got his hands on it. Jeff Lord, look at the speed of that linebacker. Gary Cobb running him down. Makes the move, turns inside. Hold now will turn around, find somebody to give the ball to. Says, here, which one of you guys wants it? Frizzell gets it. He starts down the field.
Eagles with another scoring opportunity. Fires. Lockhart and Kenny Jackson do a little shoving. Billy Bates gets into things. And we'll see that illegal forward lateral on the return of the blocked field goal try.
Back where we were, there's Frizzell. If he'd have let it go, he'd have been all right, and then he just pushes it out front to him. You can't do that.
Russell Gary, as you can see there, was downfield of Frizzell, and so the ball went forward. But nonetheless, a huge play. The blocked field goal has the Eagles second, less than a yard at the 10 of Dallas. Byers, stopped by Jeffcoat, struggles forward, and it looks like he has the first down. Good second effort by Keith Byers, the 230-pounder from Ohio State. And again, some tempers starting to flare. Emotions ran high coming into this game, and they've heated up even more.
We talked about the job that the coaches have had to do to get ready for this football game, but a little of the onus of what's going to happen today has to fall on the referees. It's going to be like refereeing a prize fight because you have bad blood. You don't have a lot of liking between the two teams, and it's going to be up to Gene Barth and his crew to keep a lid on this game.
We have a timeout on the field with third down and short. Eagles threatening.
The only way to travel is Cadillac style.
For 1988, Cadillac introduces a new, larger, more powerful V8, exclusive to DeVille, Fleetwood, Seville, and El Dorado.
Let's go! Let's live, let's love every mile. The only way to travel is Cadillac style. Cadillac, Cadillac, Cadillac style. Cadillac, Cadillac, Cadillac style.
What's he doing now?
He's looking kind of funny at his cigar.
Bet it's a Dutch Masters or El Producto.
How come?
Oh, they've changed. Most of theirs don't use natural leaf wrappers anymore. Now, Garcia Vega's still an honest cigar. Garcia Vega still gives you the rich tobacco taste of natural leaf wrappers.
He's doing it again.
He ought to switch to an honest cigar.
And now there's Garcia Vega Whiffs, another honest cigar.
Every day, more and more Americans are getting into cars insured by Liberty Mutual. In the past 2 years alone, 500,000 more Americans switched to Liberty Mutual for their auto and home insurance because we showed them how to make their dollars work harder. And each year, 9 out of 10 who start with Liberty Mutual stay with Liberty Mutual.
America, believes in liberty. Liberty Mutual Insurance.
Rader and the Redskins, Kelly and the Bills, then Montana and the Niners, Everett and the Rams. A doubleheader quarterback attack. Next Sunday on CBS Sports.
Tim Ryan and Joe Theismann, we've had lots of excitement at Veterans Stadium here with a blocked field goal having set up the Eagles down now at the 10-yard line of Dallas. Here's what happened. You've got Simmons and Reggie White in the middle, the two big guys clogging it up. It would appear from here, Joe, that Simmons got his right hand on it. And the ball came to Terry Holt, who ran it all the way down to the Dallas 20 with a couple of laterals thrown in for good measure. Play action. Cunningham wide open. Touchdown, Spagnola.
This is what happens when you have a running quarterback. Now, Cunningham had taken the line to Byers. They know how well Randall Cunningham runs, so the Cowboys react to him running. Forget about Spagnola heading downfield. Cunningham just dumps it out nice and slow and easy like. 6 points, Eagles.
Telchik holds for McFadden. He has the extra point. And the Philadelphia Eagles, with 66,000 cheering them on, take a 10-point lead.
Dreaming the dreams of America.
GMAC makes financing or leasing the new GM car or truck of your dreams easy. Just see your General Motors dealer. We'll help your dream come true.
The dreams of America. GMAC. We're making your dreams come true. The dreams of America. GMAC.
Official sponsor of America's Dreams.
With the design and sound of the Delco Electronics music system, now the best seat in the house is in your GM car. Delco Electronics. It's who we are.
Tastes great! Let's spell it! Tastes great! At Miller Lite, we'd just like to say we're sorry if we may have been responsible for prolonging the football strike. We're glad it's finally settled.
Tastes great! All right, tastes great.
I'm scrunching in my mouth. It's super good.
In McDonald's, we're tossing salads fresh all day, every day.
The chef salad is super. The ham, the cheese, the turkey. You name it, it's got it here.
I could run in and get a salad, and kids could get hamburgers.
The chicken salad oriental. It's just like my grandmother would make.
Look at these big pieces of chicken. Look at that.
And it's always been fresh any time of day. It's so fresh. What more could you want?
Tossed fresh all day. Make McDonald's salads.
I'm going to eat a lot of them.
They crushed Penn State and charged into the top 10. They are the season's dream team, Syracuse. But can they topple Pittsburgh? Next Saturday on CBS Sports.
That's Randall Cunningham over the center. Now he's going to fake into the line, but Bill Bates has contained. They know Cunningham can run. You have to be conscious. Now, you see the fake away. Now Bates starts to come outside to keep Cunningham, and he makes an opening, a very easy opening for Spagnuolo to get in the end zone.
Back live on a short kickoff. Returned by Thornton Chandler, reserve tight end. And again, more pushing and shoving going on down there. That is Alonzo Johnson, linebacker number 54. So the pumped-up Philadelphia Eagles, who have taken a 13-3 lead, will be at St. Louis. They have 5 consecutive Eastern Division games, this being the first of them. And also Washington, arch rival in the division, will be at Buffalo. New Orleans will be at Atlanta. All these key games on CBS, followed by the doubleheader action, the Rams and the 49ers, NFC West rivalry. First down. Dorsett met just over the line of scrimmage, straightened up by Jerome Brown, the rookie from Miami, who returned the block field goal, 37 yards. Not the field goal, pardon me, the fumble recovery earlier. 37 yards, setting up an opportunity for McFadden on his field goal that he missed.
You know, a footnote on that scheduling, Tim, is that the Eagles are going to play 4 of those 5 games at home. And these fans are falling in love with their Eagles again, so it's going to be interesting to see how they play in this division.
Gain of about a half yard for Dorsett on the spot. Incomplete, intended for Cosby. Tight coverage on him by the linebacker, Dwayne Giles, number 53. You know, now I think is going to be the real test of these Cowboys coming into the game. All of the talk about the unity of the Eagles, the excitement, the newfound confidence, ready to play. Terrific relationship with Buddy Ryan. Conversely, the Cowboys, with 20 replacements still there, some dissension within the ranks made clear by both the players and even the front office situation. Now, the Cowboys find themselves down 10-3. Turnovers hurting them. Let's see if they can suck it up here and get it back together. Great catch at the sideline, complete. Renfro, first down at the Eagles' 44.
Danny White doing everything he has to do to make the throw. Renfro will stop at the sidelines, plant his feet. The ball is the only place it could be, and yes, it is a completion. Drags both his toes down.
That is a great catch and a great pass by White. Had to throw it outside the defender, obviously, and that was just perfect. 14-3, Eagles lead. And meanwhile, the Bears have scored twice now to get back into their contest after trailing 20 to nothing. They're now at 20-14.
They were just hibernating a little bit.
Cosby in motion out of the backfield. Quick pass to him. He's got it. Gain of 4 to the 40-yard line of the Eagles. Andre Waters on the tackle.
Danny White doing an excellent job of getting rid of the football, reading the blitz. Terry Hogue coming right up the pipe at him. Just dumps the ball out, saves a big sack, winds up with a 4-yard completion.
Danny White, 35 years of age. He's had plenty of success. He's heard the boos. He heard them as recently as last week. And he is bringing his Cowboys right downfield here with that big play to Renfro, 2nd and 6 from the 40. Blitzing linebackers drop him. Reichenbach led the charge. Seth Joyner, number 59, with him. 2nd sack by the Eagles.
That time, Danny White went to the audible. You see him at the, well, he's at the line of scrimmage making an audible call, but here comes everybody up the middle. There just isn't anybody to block. He couldn't set, although he knew he had to get rid of the ball quick. He still didn't have enough time with Reichenbach coming up the middle for the pressure. Ball bounces loose from him, but fortunately he lands on top of it. He said one thing he was going to do in this football game, and that was to keep his helmet on.
Even on the sidelines.
Even on the sidelines.
3rd down, 14. Loose ball, down, Dallas ball. At the 12-yard line, Timmy Newsome. Well, you live by that 46 blitzing defense, and sometimes you die with it.
But that time they were in a zone. If they, they blitzed them last time. Here they only rush 4 people. The Eagles only bring the front 4. Danny White showing why he's been such a great pro. Puts the ball up against the zone defense. Newsome going down the middle. Now the ground cannot cause a fumble. You see when he hits the ground, the ball comes loose. That simply means the ball is down there, not a fumble. But the Eagles went against what they normally do, and that's blitz and put a lot of pressure on the quarterback.
Evan Cooper finally made the upsetting tackle. 1st down, Dallas, 17 of the Eagles. Dorsett runs into traffic. Loss of 2. Reggie White.
Traffic
stacking up.
Reggie White. Yeah, that's a traffic jam.
A flag on the play. Reggie White just knocked people backwards. Well, now is there a flag down or not? No, no flag.
Now, a lot of times when a player throws the ball down, they look to the referee the other team looks for the referee for a delay of game penalty. It's in the books, but it's not called very often. Coach Landry looking at his play sheet, talking upstairs to Paul Hackett, his offensive coaches.
Danny White on target, 13 of 17. 2nd and 12 from the 20. Complete to Banks inside the 5. 1st and goal from the 2-yard line. Great execution by White and Banks on that play.
Great execution by Danny White just to get it off. There's Terry Hogue coming right up the pipe. Just does get the ball out. Now, Albert Fowles is not looking for the ball. Gordon Banks makes an exceptional catch.
Dallas on the doorstep when we return.
I was knocking my head against this networking project. At Hewlett-Packard, you just don't throw a bunch of hardware and software at the problem. Suddenly, I guess if you ask enough questions,
Hey, Sandy!
you get some pretty good answers.
Sandy, what if we integrate... Are you listening?
The only way to travel is Cadillac style. Some people want more, but not just a little bit. This is your life, and you're the only one who's living it. Let's go, let's live, love every mile. The only
at Joe Theismann, 2 minutes to play, second period at Veterans Stadium. And you see the Dallas Cowboys with 2 timeouts left to go are on the doorstep at the 4-yard line, make it the 3-yard line of Philadelphia. First and goal on a beautiful play from White to Gordon Banks for the first down. Walker met at the line of scrimmage. A host of Eagles. Seth Joyner leading the charge, number 59. Yeah, let's see where they spot it. Maybe a loss. Certainly no gain on the play. Second and goal.
The Cowboys continuing to run. Even down here, they're running into the same problem, being able to run the football on 1st and 10. They've not been able to move the ball or gain very much yardage on 1st and 10 via the ground. It's all been in the air.
Too far. Flag down in the end zone. Interference will likely be the call against the Eagles. You can see Andre Waters protesting.
Defensive holding, number 50. After this is the goal line.
Gary Cobb, number 50, an extra linebacker in this defensive situation, is labeled as the culprit. That'll march the ball in half the distance, and that's a yard and a half.
More importantly, it's going to give them a 1st and 10. Instead of a 3rd down and 3, they wind up now with 4 more downs to try and pound it in.
Ball spotted just inside the 2. Walker. And the Cowboys have closed the margin up in the final 2 minutes of this first half. We've got 1:22 remaining. Tom Landry said the game is played out there on the field. No matter what emotions or feelings you bring in, you got to do it out on the field. Roger Ruzek will attempt the point after. Valor holding, and he's got it. The Cowboys have cut the margin back to 3. 13-10, Philadelphia. 1:22 to play first half.
Whether it's a simple office phone or a large, custom-tailored telecommunications system, whether it's voice only or voice and data, digital switching, transmission equipment, tie lines, Watts lines, multiple long-distance hookups, there's one company that can do it all. No, GTE.
Danny White's going to take the snap. Herschel Walker's going to jump right into your living room. That's Rafferty in the middle, and to the left of him is Kerr. To the right of him is Zimmerman. And there comes Herschel. You try and stop him. Just like he did down at Georgia. Over and up and in. Now you see the lines go nose to nose, and they give him an opportunity right in the middle of the line to hurdle over. The defense, Reggie, looked like Clyde Simmons or Jerome Brown stuck his hand in, almost got a piece of the ball. But after he breaks the plane, it doesn't matter. It's still a touchdown.
Air Walker that time for Dallas, and
Air Walker, huh?
They have got it down to 3. Ruzek will kick it off as the shadows lengthen over the playing surface here at Veterans Stadium. 1:22 remaining in the first half. Well played first half. High, short kickoff comes down at the 15-yard line. Evan Cooper got out over the 20 and then was driven back. They'll spot it out close to the 22. Well, as we approach halftime, a reminder that on the NFL Today, Brent Musburger will bring you up to date with scores and highlights along with Herb Cross and a special roundtable entitled Back to Reality. Some of the players who were on the replacement teams but are now back doing other things. You'll see Tim Ross, a fireman who had a look with Detroit. Miles Turpin, the shuttle bus driver. at his time with Tampa Bay. And Gary Bolden, well, we'll let them tell you about Gary Bolden. He's going back to yet another tough occupation. First down, Eagles. Screen pass for Tatalatazi. Out to the 30-yard line, a pickup of 4. Everson Walls made the tackle.
Randall Cunningham now getting a chance to work on his 2-minute drill. This is one of those situations in a ball game that a quarterback can really help his football team. You can't make a mistake here. If nothing else, don't throw an interception and give the Cowboys a shot in the arm.
Right quick. In and out of his hands, it appeared. Don't know what happened there, Joe. It looked like the ball was there. Let's have a look at it.
The ball is there. Now, Cunningham sets. You see quick from the right of your screen crossing. Now, Bates breaks on the ball. You see Bill Bates coming in. He thinks it's in front, but the ball just sneaks away from him. Now, remember, Cunningham is throwing in the direction into the wind. It does funny things with the football. I wouldn't be surprised if that was like a little slider to quit.
I think you're right, Joe. It appeared on the replay that was exactly the case. It just kind of blew away as the receiver quick reach for him. Flush from the pocket. Cunningham will run it and gets to the 35-yard line, short of the first down. Jesse Penn, number 59, the linebacker, made a tackle there. The third-year man from Virginia Tech. Fourth down, 28 seconds remain. And timeout is called by Dallas as they see the opportunity here to perhaps get another pop at the Eagles' end zone. They have one timeout remaining. So the Cowboys, if there were some doubts about team unity and whether they'd be fired up, everybody's saying the Eagles were, and that's been evidenced today. The Cowboys obviously very much in this football game and playing with a lot of enthusiasm of their own.
Well, you know, if you're going to have the kind of strife that the Cowboys have had, it's best to have it on a veteran football team because the emotions aren't quite as high. They're not maybe as affected by outside things or things that go on in the locker room once they get out on the football field. It could be more devastating to a young team like the Eagles. And we're seeing that kind of a game this afternoon.
You've got a tough, competitive, real NFL football game going here. We're happy to report. 13-10. Eagles lead it. First punt of the game. A low snap. Telchik just gets it away. And a good kick. Takes an Eagles bounce. Out of bounds at the 13-yard line of Dallas. 19 seconds remaining. So the Cowboys have a long way to come. A 52-yard punt by Telchik.
Cowboys called timeout so they could get pressure on Telchik. A good athlete. Does a fine job of fielding the ball and getting it off. Never lifts his head. Doesn't check the rush. Concentrates on the ball and gets it away. And then gets a little luck with the bounce, I might add.
Telchik, reject of the Chicago Bears. And Buddy Ryan, of course, knew him from the Bear trial and grabbed him. And he's done a good job for the Eagles. First down. Cowboys. Down by 3. Newsom over the 20-yard line. They'll spot it at the 21.
They're going to let it run down. They're going to go into the halftime only trailing by 3.
A tight, tense, exciting battle here at Veterans Stadium. The Philadelphia Eagles 13, the Dallas Cowboys 10.
CBS Sports coverage of the National Football League is sponsored by Cadillac Motor Car Company. Discover why the only